All set?
Must make fantasy picks. Okay.
Fantasy Football Jibber Jabber Season 2 starts now.
Bro, absolutely brutal week last week for me.
Listen, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. Last week you were the nail. How did you do?
1 and 2 in my picks. I hit the teaser.
Okay.
1 and 2 in my picks. The Bengals decided to be the Bengals. I don't know why I gave up on a storied franchise like the Yinzer Steelers so early.
Andy Dalton, prime time, you know, is hot trash.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
That's true. You called it. Let's see if I can get to that 3. Aye! Yeah.
Not good.
Miami covered, though.
No, they did not cover.
No, Miami covered. I'm calling it for the whole rest of the year. Miami against the spread the entire rest of the year.
They are 0-4, and they are continuing.
I'm saying the same thing, but I'm trying to be foolish and silly about it. Yeah, so Miami covers. And you know what? It looked bad at halftime, but I'm 4-0 betting against Miami, so.
I went 3-2. I can't get that 3 either. The KC over and the teaser, KC and the over hit. That was a nice one.
You liked Baltimore last week, though, I thought.
I did. That was the other teaser.
Yeah.
That was funny. Baltimore and the Minnesota teaser both fell apart together.
Not there yet, and Kirk Cousins has 1 foot out the door in Minnesota. When both of your wide receivers are mad at you and you're apologizing to them, not a good sign.
Well,
not a good
I'll tell you,
sign. All right, I'm solids.
Bills in the teaser. That Bills plus
Come
the
on,
points.
what is this? Where are we playing right now?
It's in the hole.
Do you play balls come out on scratch or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we have? Tell you what was an easy one. That Pats under. Oh, didn't even break a sweat, that one.
Yeah,
42.5 in the bank. How'd you do in fantasy itself?
Absolutely destroyed my Cooper Kupp call.
Boom.
What'd you get?
Solid.
Solid? Go for it.
I'm going to call
Cooper.
2 in the corner.
Oh!
Not enough touch.
That was like your Baltimore pick right there. Close, but no cigar.
Could have been worse. Could have been your Case Keenum call.
Listen, all right.
That was terrible.
Listen.
Terrible.
First play of the game, Case Keenum had an 80-yard touchdown right off the bat, missed Quinn. First play of the second drive, same thing. My logic was sound. Just because Case Keenum didn't execute, he could have had 2 passes for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns before we were halfway through the first quarter.
And if my uncle had boobs, he'd be my aunt. Fun fact.
Hey, my logic was sound. That's all that matters to
And
me.
he was so good that they yanked him that logic was so sound and put in Haskins.
Yeah, that was a call from Snyder. Yeah, because Haskins was so good.
Oof. 3 picks. I tell you who I called and nailed it. Matt Stafford. I told you the garbage king of garbage time king, Matt Stafford. Corner. Boom.
You know
Hit
who
that one.
you know who you hate, but I went with last week.
Who's that?
15 points against the Atlanta Falcons, the Heisman Trophy winner himself,
Oh,
Derrick
God.
Henry.
He did hit him.
That's
nice
another
one.
hit for the big guy.
Combo to the corner. Let's see if I can get this. Probably not.
I'll give it to you.
Will you?
Yeah.
That's awfully gentlemanly of
I'll
you.
give it to you.
All right.
It's the effort that counted. Your logic was sound.
I tell you who. Speaking of sound logic in your book, Baker Mayfield I called in hot trash decided to show up on my bench.
Yeah.
Didn't affect me. I still won that game though.
Odell Beckham Jr., Juju Smith-Schuster. Let me ask you something. This is the quarter pole of the season, right?
Corner.
This is where, you have to take stock of what's going on. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Right.
If you own Juju, you probably had to pick.
I do own Juju.
Late first round or early second round?
Early second.
Early second.
This week, the Betty's girls are looking for our first win with the Eagles minus 13.5 against the Jets. The Jets don't have a quarterback and are coming off an early bye following 3 straight bad losses and now have to deal with a hostile crowd in Philly. Take Philly and lay the points. It's gonna get ugly.
Did you take him in the first, second round? Where'd you take him?
I took him. I had the 7th, so I took him early 2nd.
Top 15 picks in almost every draft in America, right?
All the time.
66th right now in PPR. What do you think about Juju going forward? Doesn't seem to have anything going with Mason Rudolph.
I think if you have Juju, you're in deep doo-doo. That's what I think. Because I'll tell you one of my sleepers this week is Deontay Johnson. For 4,800 or thereabouts on DraftKings.
You know who he is?
He went to college with Mason Rudolph too. Did you know that?
I did.
Okay.
And he's the guy who everybody thought Dante Moncrief would be in the offseason.
And now he got sat down, by the way.
He's about to get cut.
I know.
What else? Eckler. What are your thoughts on Eckler now that Gordon is back?
He's still going to get his touches.
I don't think so at all. He's the
if
number 2 back in all of fantasy right now.
I know that.
And you're going to have the guy who finished as the number 5 back in all of fantasy last year come in.
But
the ball can't. There's one football.
But you're not gonna have the guy going and get 25, 30 touches off the jump after having a 5-week hiatus.
Not
4-week hiatus.
not the first week.
No. But you asked. We're talking about this week.
Okay, so this week.
And in the PPR, he does not dispute.
Let me ask you this though.
Sure.
If you're going to trade Eckler,
Corner.
you have to do it this week, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Unless you have him somehow as a handcuff for Gordon, which I hope you would, but. Noonan. You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, this is tough, man. I got to do this without scratching here. Let me try to see if I can pull it back. Let me try to kiss it. Give it to me. Oh, look at that.
That's
Beautiful.
a nice little touch.
Beautiful. And look, come on. I needed a little bit more there.
Oof.
Yeah, so let's talk
I tell you who I
Eckler.
like this week. It was a cheap value. Ready?
Hold on, staying on Eckler real quick.
All right.
I have Eckler in all 3 leagues. And 2 of the leagues I have him, I'm 3-1, I'm in first place.
All right.
Crushing it. He's been the steal of steals. 5th rounder for me in both leagues.
Right.
Right. Now I have Eckler. Gordon is looming over me. All right. Who would you think I should look to get for him? Would you do a Juju Eckler straight up trade right now and try to get somebody underperforming that you could bet second half? Do you go with like a Kerryon Johnson?
I would go Kerryon Johnson in a heartbeat. But you're going to get Kerryon Johnson because he's on the upswing right now.
That's what I'm
Juju's
saying.
in the down.
So
I could, if I'm giving up Eckler, and I could pull the Eckler and getting Juju moving a heartbeat.
Okay.
I could do that.
You would do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You would trade the underperforming Juju for the overperforming.
No, I'm not saying if I had Eckler. You're saying from the standpoint
I have
of
Eckler.
Right, I'm saying, but if
What
I had
can
Eckler.
I honestly expect to get? Should I? And you know what? Everybody knows what's happening
Right.
here. So they're going to try to like nickel and dime you. Like, one guy offered me Mohamed Sanu for Eckler. I was like, dude.
I'd rather have Muhammad Ali.
You're imperiling our friendship with a trade offer that bad.
Right.
But everybody's going to lowball you because everybody sees the writing on the wall. For me, if you're going to get lowball trades like that, you might as well just ride it out. Take whatever points Eckler gets you, and then work the waiver wire for Jalen Samuels and, kind of hope
Who may start this week.
Who kind of hope that Connor doesn't make it through the full 16 games just like last year. I don't know, man. You got to get something for Austin Eckler. You got to get something for the number 2 back in fantasy. But this is one of those things about the new NFL. This is completely new ground for fantasy. All these guys playing half seasons.
Tell you what I like this week. Quarterbacks. Damn it. I like scratching even more.
I'll take it.
I like Jacoby Brissett. He's only like $5,300
You
bucks.
finally came around.
Well, he's also playing the league's worst defense also. And they'll be chasing points all night long. I think Brissett's an easy play for a little amount of money. That I think that's a top-notch play. Top-notch
play. All right.
What do you think? Quarterbacks. What do you got?
I've loved Jacoby Brissett from the jump. Quarterbacks this week that I like, I got to tell you what, man. From what I saw, I go back and forth with Jared Goff. West Coast Eli, man, 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. They're good.
Because he was down so much. And
5 turnovers, so.
Do you like him this week against the Seahawks in a short week?
The Seahawks are living off their name. That secondary's not good. The Seahawks are living off their name. Right. Do I like them? I just keep waiting. I keep waiting for Phillip Rivers to open it up. I keep waiting for Russell Wilson to open it up. The quarterback I think I like this week most, Dak Prescott. I love Dak Prescott to bounce back.
Okay.
Man. think Dak.
Home against Green Bay.
Green Bay, going to be a tough game. The problem is those are two good defenses all of a sudden. But
Yeah.
I think Green Bay, they're going to have to air it out. I like Dak Prescott coming off of a bad week in New Orleans.
I'd say running backs. This you may get I might get a snicker. I got lucky. If Marlon Mack plays, I like him. I like any other running back on Indy because the Chiefs' defense gives up a lusty 6.9 yards per carry.
Marlon Mack will play.
So I like Marlon Mack this week if he plays, or any of the other Colts running backs, because the only way they have a shot to win is ball control, right? Because 6.9 in carry, that's pretty bad. Insert shitty joke here. 6.9 yards per carry, ha ha ha, insert joke here.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of ball carrying, and that's the only way also that Taylor Swift can hold on to a man is doing better ball carrying.
All right. Good advice.
Yeah. That's the only way they're going to hold on. That over, by the way, went from 55 to 57.5 like that.
I like, you know me, I like volume. I like volume, guys. And Mac is getting serious volume. My lock of the week last week, I told you, Christian McCaffrey. Absolute lock of the week last week.
Had
So
him.
my league PPR, he put up 40 points, man.
Got 30-something for me, yeah.
Who is your absolute lock this week? Absolute lock.
I have your boyfriend from last week, Cooper Kupp.
As your overall lock.
You know why? Because he has 100 yards in 3 straight games
Oh,
in
he's
a row.
killing it.
27.6 points last week, and he has the second most targets in the NFL. That's insane.
Yeah,
4
he's
targets
killing
a
it.
game against the Seattle defense, as you just said, not even 4 minutes ago. Not the same defense. Not the Legion of Boone.
Yeah.
Not the Legion of Bloom. Or
Yeah.
Not even the Legion of Poon, for that matter. They're terrible.
Cup is killing it,
Yeah.
and he's also killing Robert Woods, and he's killing Brandon
Yeah,
Cooks.
that's
They're
not-
getting nothing.
Yeah, and from a man who has Brandon Cooks, so I agree. But I think Cooper Kupp, and especially in the PPR against that defense, I know it's a short week, but they just got embarrassed on Sunday. I see them coming back and giving a tough fight in Seattle, because as we said before, Seattle is not Seattle of old.
Thielen and Diggs.
That
Terrible
is-
quarterback, but awful Giants secondary. What do you think?
I love it, because who's going to be covering Thielen? Janoris Jenkins. In fact, I'd rather have Leroy Jenkins.
NFC Player of the Week,
I know
Janoris
that.
Jenkins.
Yeah, but you were the NFC Player of the Week when you went against the Skins in that defense last week. I'm terrible at this game. Can we play darts next?
You want to go? We can go to golf next if you want. But I'm about to run the table on you and come back.
All right.
I haven't been paying attention, but I'm about to run the table on you here. So you can't have Thielen and Diggs. You got Thielen or Diggs.
I'm going to take Thielen because he already called out Kirk Cousins for the ball.
Sure.
He had 1 catch. Was it 1 or 2 catches for like 16
Absolutely.
yards? So squeaky wheel gets the grease. He's going to get the.
And there's
the load.
no, and as far as daily fantasy goes, there's no amount of money that I won't pay for Dalvin Cook next week.
Oh.
Giants are down to their 4th string linebacker.
Connolly out for the year, yeah.
Connolly was playing great, man. What a find. But you got Dalvin Cook. Giants just called up somebody off of
The street.
the street.
I
right?
might saw that guy in jury duty today, as a matter of fact.
You met him on jury duty. I'm telling you right now, Dalvin Cook, whatever he's getting, what is Dalvin Cook getting in daily fantasy?
I don't know.
7,000. He's getting quarterback
Probably.
money. Whatever it is, pay it.
Thielen, you said Thielen, because actually I like him as my flex spot. 6,700 for Thielen. I pay that price.
Yeah, I agree. Although the Giants secondary, they seem pretty good on short intermediate passes. It's the deep ball that they really struggle with. So Stephon Diggs, if you have him and you've been looking to bail on him, now's the time. Now's the time to play him.
And back on the Mark Andrews bandwagon, despite a rough week when I called for him 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Facing a Pittsburgh defense 21st against the pass. Fun fact, let up 3 touchdowns already. I think he's going to get it back. And that's it, no jokes.
What do you think? Let's try here to here. Let's see.
I mean, you got the here to here to here. But that part, that here going here.
Yeah.
What do you got, tight end? What do you think
What's
this
going
week?
on with? Make some sense out of Kansas City for me. Kansas City's still putting up massive points. Travis Kelce's the 2nd highest ranked tight end, but you haven't seen a Travis Kelce game yet.
I haven't seen any tight end except for Mark Andrews show up.
Nicole Hardman was a sleeper of mine last week, and he put up a solid -2.
What, he fumbled twice?
He fumbled once and 2 catches for 9 yards.
Oof. God damn it.
Out of nowhere, even if you like McCoy, out of nowhere, Darrell Williams, more carries and more catches than McCoy.
Is Damian Williams going to go this week, though? They say he's on the fringe.
I don't know. What makes some sense? They're scoring 30 points a game, and nobody's getting any of these points.
They're at home this week, Sunday night game. They're going to rotate into those guys. They're going to get a lot of work.
Hill
it's going to be a
coming back
shootout.
this week, you think?
No, he's not. I have him. I hope he is.
He ran routes on the field last week.
Did he? Well, that's good to know. Let's see. All right, red corner. It's way off.
Still gonna get there anyway. Look at you.
Nope, no rabbit's foot here. Let's talk trash.
Okay.
Your boyfriend, the guy that every Jet fan wanted and lamented when they did not get him.
God Almighty.
Captain Checkdown himself, Marcus Mariota.
Hate him.
Terrible.
Hate him.
He's like that girl you meet at a club in Vegas. In the first 5-10 minutes, you're like, let's go back and have sex without a condom. Like, whoa, I don't trust you that much, right? Whoa, I don't know about that. You have the false hope, but then you're like, you get sucked right in.
Yeah.
And next you know you have
how many
herpes.
times have you said no in that situation?
All of them.
Yeah,
I
okay.
do wear condoms.
Okay.
When I was single, I wore them all the time.
Yeah.
But no, I don't like him at all this week. I don't like him ever. He had a good week last week, but I think
He's
he's
gonna
going
get a $150 million contract, 5th year. How about that?
Yeah, well, he's not going to get a re-up after this year. That's his it, kids. He's going to have to go in the market and find someone to take him for less than
You know
market
who's
value.
you know who's warming on me?
Who's that?
Famous Jameis Winston.
One good game and you're ready to get back in bed
No,
with
but
him?
it hasn't been one good game. He's shown signs, and he's got weapons, dude. He's got weapons. What the? Is this? What's going on here?
I think we're all from the school of the special buses here.
Trash.
I don't trust, I mean, again, Mariota.
What are your thoughts on Carson, man? Carson,
Love him.
steady
Every week
Eddie.
I have him.
Put the ball on the ground 3 times, 2 drops. I mean, what's it
He blew
going
it
to
la-
take?
He smoked Arizona last week,
Sure.
as I told you on this very show.
David Johnson, another guy, putting up big points but without big numbers.
Nah.
This has been one of the stranger fantasy seasons I've ever been a part of.
I tell you what, who I absolutely loathe this week, and people are going to go, wait, he had 2 touchdowns last week. I've come to bury Todd Gurley, not to praise him.
Okay.
65 carries,
Yeah.
2 touchdowns,
Yeah.
5 carries. He's handled the ball less than Hillary Clinton and Ellen DeGeneres combined.
Fair. Well, that's a man, you got a lot of testicle jokes, man.
I do. It's a ball. Again, when you're in jury duty room, they just come flowing to you. They start working on a new 5 minutes in there. It's a captive audience. No one can leave to go to another spot, can
Nowhere
they?
to go, man.
I don't like him at all. And unfortunately, the Mighty Ducks franchise, it is now over with Todd Gurley. He's donezo. That arthritis in the knee, kiss him goodbye. And then we still won $6,800 on DraftKings for him, man. That's insane.
You know what though? I mean,
Who's paying
he's
for
still
that?
averaging over 4 yards a carry. I just think that they got
there's
him
no
on,
volume.
They got him on a pitch count, man. They've got him on a pitch count.
Who do you hate for running back this week?
Who do I
Combo corner.
hate for running back this week?
That was terrible. Your pick, not that ball.
Not a fan of your boy Wayne Gallman this week. A lot of volume last week. Still had to leave the game because of injury. I don't think the Giants are going to win or have any chance of winning this week against an unbelievable Vikings defense by giving Wayne Gallman 22 touches. Golden Tate comes back. I just don't see it for Gallman this week. I really don't. I don't think that you're going to run on that Vikings defense. Even with the Giants' improved offensive line, if I know anything about Mike Zimmer, one of the best defensive minds in football, he's going to make the rookie beat him. And so Wayne Gallman, who's got everybody hot to trot, yourself included, I don't like Wayne Gallman this week. I'm hoping I'm wrong.
Listen, if the Bears defense can...
You're solids. What am I doing?
Yeah, thank you. The Bears defense let them get all over them. The Bears offense got up under the Vikings defense last week with Chase Daniel.
Sure.
I mean, Chase Daniel, I'd rather have Chase Utley.
I mean,
don't know. It's a big one.
So you think that the
No, I
defense is
don't.
going to
No,
be
no,
on the
no.
field for 43 minutes like they were last week? It's not the defense's fault. Kirk Cousins can't complete a pass on 3rd down.
No,
It's a little different going up against the Giants defense than the Bears defense.
No, I just wanted to. Gallman's on my boy. He's all right. I tell you what, wide receiver who I do not like at all this week is funny. It's going against your your cold cash pick, and that is Dak Prescott. I don't like Amari Cooper. I like Winnie Cooper more than Amari Cooper this week because the Green Bay secondary has given up a combined 74 points, fantasy points, to wide receivers all year. They're going to be all over him. Like I was all over those Ivanka Trump, nitpicks in the UN last week. That's how much. I don't see him having a big week. I really don't. Plus, Michael Gallup may be coming back as well, too. And he was a monster when he was healthy for the first game and a half of the year. Oh, it's so close. What was it, Happy Gilmore? Why don't you just go home?
I think Cooper's better when Gallup's in the lineup.
Yeah, it opens it up for him?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
But I also could see them trying to force feed Randall Cobb back home in Green Bay. So,
all right.
Who knows?
What about you? Who do you hate for wide receiver? Corner. Double turds.
I can't really see Sterling Shepard doing much going up against Xavier Rhodes either.
Yeah. All right. I'll co-sign on that.
Yeah, so that brings me to my absolute cold cash tight end. I think Evan Ingram's going to have a big week. He's going to have to. I love Evan Ingram this week. You look at, if they're not going to be able to run the ball and they're not going to be able to throw the ball to their ex, you got Golden Tate coming back. I can see him being high volume. But the problem with Golden Tate is it's such a low ceiling.
He's possession receiver in the slot.
Even if he has 10 catches, what are you going to get? 10 catches, 100 yards, 75 yards, So I think they're one chance to stay in this game. And I think Kirk Cousins will give them a chance to stay in the game. Is going to be to feed a guy who's quickly turning into the most uncoverable man in the NFL, Evan Ingram.
Well, it's funny. I actually hate Evan Ingram this week as tight end.
Anthony Barr is a great pass rusher. He can't cover.
I think the Giants are facing the 11th toughest defense in the NFL. And you just said Golden Tate is back from taking fertility drugs. What is he, throwing his hat in the ring for Junior Part 2? How many other...
Golden Tate did what every great
Hold on,
NFL...
skate over the film Junior? It's one of the few
Golden
Arnold films I
Tate-
haven't seen.
Golden Tate did what every great NFL player over... Have you never seen... What was that great... You know who Golden Tate is? You ever see that unbelievable ESPN drama that the NFL canned after 6 weeks? What was that thing called?
What the...
That was called Playmakers.
Oh, God.
Golden Tate is the old guy from Playmakers, man. That's who he is. Golden Tate came in there and decided he was a step slower. But, man, this money's good.
Yeah. That's what Lenny Dykstra said when he was taking steroids. Like, look, I know I was going to stand in this game long. Got to go out there and hit 30 home runs or I'm out and make that money. But I don't know.
Combo. Oh, come now.
$5,800. By the way, he's now the most priciest tight end on DraftKings. $5,800. You can go cheaper than that. Mark Andrews is a lot cheaper, and he's done a lot more.
It's true. It's true. I think this is a matchup situation. If the Giants are going to stay in the game, that's how they're going to stay in the game. It depends on whether or not you believe Daniel Jones can do anything against that offense. It depends on if you think that offensive line, that rebuild offensive line, can do anything against that great front seven. Oh! I'll give it to you.
All right.
Give it to you.
Keep it fair. Keep it fair. You know what I hate for flex? This guy has not scored more than double digits in points since week 1. He's flying to London, and he's facing the Bears defense, and that's Josh Jacobs.
Of course.
Absolutely loathe him this week. He hasn't had, what is it? Let's take a look at this number. Damn it. It's a good one, too.
I'll tell you what.
He hasn't had, the Bears defense have not allowed a running back to score more than 54 yards all year long.
I'll tell you what, though. Spend the money on the Bears defense. They got Oakland has to go all the way out.
Well, they flew from Indianapolis to Oakland. They didn't go home and then go to London.
Okay, so they went from Oakland to Indianapolis, and then they're going to...
No, they went to Indianapolis last week. And from Indy, they went from Indy to London straight.
Sure.
Right. But they've been there for all week, so that could be distraction city.
Of course.
Especially that crowd.
Have you seen the numbers? First 4 games of the season, this Bears defense is better than the vaunted 85 Bears defense?
I did not.
Yeah. This defense is legit. We don't talk a lot about defense, special teams, and kicker, you and me.
Right.
But, dude, you know what? There was a guy in my league last week. His quarterback went down, 2-quarterback league, one of these leagues. I like 2-quarterback leagues, switch it up. And he's been hit hard, right? Both of his starting quarterbacks out. Drew Brees out. So he played Gardner Minshew
Okay.
And then for his OP, his second offensive player, do you know who he played?
Bears defense.
Greg Zuerlein.
Oh,
15 points.
that's filthy.
15 points.
More than Kyle Allen, who I started in 2 leagues last
That's
week.
what I'm saying. We were all clowning him. We were all making fun of him. But he's a genius, man. 15 points, Greg Zuerlein. I think he had Marr as his other one, 12 points, 27 points from 2 kickers. He won. He won. I mean, that's a killer, man.
You get more than 8 points out of the kicker.
The
That is a
quarterback
W.
situation. The quarterback situation this year is rough.
What do you have as your flex for the week that you hate?
The flex I hate this week.
Yeah. For the game. Let's see if I can nail this one on a long shot. No, I can't, or can I?
I think, like you were saying, a lot of people are high on Ty Williams. He's got 4 touchdowns already this year, going across the pond. You got to play against Chicago's defense. Fade Ty Williams. That's one for me. Michelle Hardman was a sleeper I had last week. He's just too dependent on the big play. I am changing my philosophy for this year because there's just so much volatility right now in the game. I just want consistency out of my flex, and I'm hoping for the big play out of my wide receiver one. So, like the guy I love, absolutely love, 2 guys I love that were low round draft picks, and they were just putting up 10 to 16 every week. Larry Fitz and Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah, Fitz has found the fountain of youth, apparently, with
Combo
Murray.
me.
Yeah, man. Give me, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to give you 3
Is this a joke right now?
Yeah, it's like I keep letting you hang around and you don't want to take it. Here, let's go to the side. Like I said, I love Deontay Johnson as a sleeper. He's only $4,800.
Okay.
I love whatever his name, Valdez Scantling from Green Bay.
You like Valdez Scantling?
Because he's not going to.
Over Geronimo Allison?
Well, Adams is probably not going to play.
Well,
He's a-
Adams is not going to play, but Geronimo Allison is.
Either or are both good spots.
Okay.
I tell you one who's really going to sneak under the wire, and that is Jordan Howard. 4 touchdowns in 3 games.
Yeah.
He plays the crappy Jets D,
Yeah.
who may have C.J. Mosley out as well. They're going to get up early and fast, and they're
Totally.
going to run that ball. So Howard's a big one. He's only like $5,100 on DraftKings as well.
He's doing that. Jordan Howard is doing that frustrating LeGarrette Blunt only.
Oh,
What a win.
no! I hear that.
Just win, baby.
Oh, that's
Just
so
win, baby.
sloppy. Nailed on the side. And
You know what's tough, man? Jordan Howard's doing that LeGarrette Blunt nonsense where he only gets 10 carries a game, but they all happen within the 10-yard line, and, he gets 2 touchdowns a game.
he's the Mike Tolbert of the new
he's
millennium.
backdooring his way into 15 points a week. It's completely touchdown dependent. I will say the waiver wire pickup of the week has to be Jalen Samuels. You
I
have to
have in
Samuels.
2 leagues. I love it.
It's clear that they're trying to feature him in the offense. Even if
the Wildcat, for
yeah,
God's sakes. How
even
crazy is
if
that?
even if Connor plays, it's clear that for the rest of the season, what they're doing, Mason Rudolph is going to be pretty. I mean, what was it? Before he hit that bomb, his average pass play was 2.4 yards, right, in the air.
Yeah, against San Fran.
Yeah, it's clear what they're looking to do. I think that you absolutely have to pick Jalen Samuels.
But I'd be
up this
surprised if he
week.
was in the wire because people drafted him as the backup to Connor, though.
Depends
Smart
on the league.
people.
Depends
I
on the league.
All right.
Depends on the league.
Let's talk gambling. I just booked a trip to Aruba and a trip to Disney, so I got to pay for some of those trips with those free money.
Okay.
I tell you who I like, and you were just talking about them not even 13 seconds ago. The Pittsburgh Steelers getting 3.5 at home against the Ravens.
Oh,
you tell
wow.
me why the Ravens should be laying 3.5 on the road. In Pittsburgh, they finally played a good team.
You went from being high enough on the Ravens one week to take them over Kansas City to being
I
so
didn't take
low.
them. I took the over.
Okay.
I took the over.
I thought you took the Ravens plus the points.
Nope. I took the over. Which hit. No. Ravens haven't played a good defense all year long until last week. Then they go out and they get handed. And then I think Pittsburgh start maybe coming around.
We're missing balls?
Are we missing balls?
No, I don't know.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yep.
I think that's who have they beaten to show that they're good? They've beaten bad teams. They've beaten up on bad teams, but to be laying 3.5 on the road, nah. Give me that home dog. Getting more than a field goal every time.
That's a no for me, dog.
Okay.
No, I hear you. I need to see more out of Pittsburgh before I'm ready to bet Pittsburgh, man. It's Jekyll and Hyde. 0-3, look terrible. You come out and look unbelievable. You bring out you're the Wildcat, but you're playing the Bengals. I don't know. To me, wait another week.
The Baltimore defense is the worst in the NFL in yards per play. Another
Okay.
fun fact.
Does-
They've been getting gashed. I picked them up in 2 leagues last week, -4s for both of
Okay.
them from that.
That Pittsburgh pass rush went up against the 2 worst left tackles in the NFL.
Oh, I know that.
You know, Bobby Hart, right tackle for, 8 sacks?
Ex-Giant.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, look, I can see your logic behind it. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
All right, well, then you give me one that you're so, rock solid on.
My rock solid lock of the week is the Oakland and Chicago under.
Oh, that just happened to be one of mine. You think?
Rock solid, and I'll tell you what, it might turn into a laugher for the Bears, so I might end up losing this one. But I'm telling you, the rock solid pick is the first half under. Maybe you get a backdoor cover on the over because the Bears start running away with it. Carr throws up 3 pick sixes. I could see that happen, and I could get bad beat. But first half under,
Love it.
Love
That is an absolute gambler's lot. Every year, I always take Jacksonville when they play in London and first half unders. Everyone's still trying to figure it out. They're still trying to get their body clock sorted. That first half under, throw it in the bank. And like you said, I even like the Bears laying 5.5. Chase Daniel's a pretty good quarterback. They can handle.
in that
they
system.
can handle. Right.
He
They can
knows
handle.
that
They can
system.
handle up. You mean it's something they can't win by 6? You just run the ball down that Oakland throat.
So
No.
you think it's not only heavy on the first half under,
No, heavy first half under,
Go full
medium,
under?
medium 5.5.
but definitely take the Bears minus the 6.
Yeah,
I like that too.
5.5, key number.
5.5.
Key number.
Key
number.
Gotta go for it.
Yeah. I think that line is off, especially on a neutral field being as
Gotta
such.
go for it.
Yeah, I like
but,
it.
you got an Oakland team that scored 30 points against, a good Indy team last week. So people are a little high on remember, no Vontaze Burfict either, obviously.
Yeah. Oh.
Where's the one? Oh, nice. You got it nice and blocked off for me. Beautiful. nice of you.
What do you see of the Bears? I'll tell you, I said the Bears. Oh, yeah. Even though I kind of poo-pooed some of the fantasy picks, I still like Dallas -3.5.
Okay.
No Adams, Balaga, the offensive lineman, may be out as
Beluga's caviar.
or Baloo from the Jungle Book,
It's
the Bare
a
Necessities.
bare necessity.
Ah.
Yeah, I like that.
But and also Jamal Williams may be out too still. So that's 3 guys.
Plus, who is Green Bay right now? Who is Green Bay?
Yeah. That's a
I
weird
like,
one.
I like, but you know what? I love Dallas last week, and they got absolutely crushed by a
Well, they
backup
fumbled
quarterback.
twice.
Yeah. I think Dallas bounces back. I agree with you. I think that's a good pick. Dallas -3.
Right.
On the road in Green Bay, but it's weird.
Is it in Green Bay? I thought it was in Dallas.
Check it. I think it's in Green Bay.
Oh, I could be wrong. All right, you have the balls to lay the lumber. Skins, 15.5. Pat's coming to town. Would you lay the 15.5 or take the points and run?
Absolutely laying the 15.5.
Oh.
Absolutely
Yeah.
laying it. Tell you what, not only am I laying it, I might tease it up to 21. Jay Gruden, dead man walking.
You mean T's
who's-
down?
Who is playing quarterback this week?
We don't know. I know.
That whole team has completely and totally given up on the defensive coordinator. Did you hear what the Landon Collins and Josh Norman were saying after the game? Well, at least we didn't get blown out. I did my job. I don't know about the rest of these guys. Straight Jack Parkman. All right?
Wow.
Straight Jack Parkman.
You hit the next one, you can name it.
Yeah, there's no amount under 30 that I wouldn't lay the lumber on the Pats this week. But I'll tell you what, if you really wanted to be conservative, you said it was 13.5.
15.5.
You tease that thing down to 9.5. Come on.
Would you take then, by that logic, would you take the Eagles and lay, it's 13.5, would you take that down to 7.5?
Against Dolphins?
No, home against the Jets, Eagles.
When do I get word on Darnold?
Let's say
No Darnold, I 100% do it.
Darnold, you do it. You don't do it.
Darnold, I probably don't.
Okay.
Darnold, I probably don't. No Darnold, absolutely.
Can you imagine how bad that stadium's going to smell when Eagle fans and Jet fans converge in the same place? They're going to have to power wash each and every seat and bleach the whole city block. with those two fan bases in town.
Over under on fights in the parking lot between the Jets and Eagles fan base.
7,542. And I go over.
Take the over.
Over by a mile.
Over under on whippets and helium intoxication in the parking lot of the Jets and
Whatever
Eagles
number you
game.
use. 7,643.
Come on!
And for off camera, how many times will the N word be used in that parking lot?
jeez.
Where are we on now? Are we
75,000 people in stands.
more than a march on Charlottesville? Get that one, can I?
This is horrible.
Yeah, we stink.
This is terrible. We probably were better before all of this.
Dallas is actually at home.
Dallas is at home.
Dallas is at home.
So they think it's a Green Bay pick'em, really?
Pretty well. Dallas ahead by half.
I love it.
You love Green Bay?
No, I love Dallas.
Yeah, bounce back.
I like it. I'm a fan. What are you at this year? What's your number this year?
62%, 63% against the spread.
Wow.
Pretty good. Had a little, again, 4-3 last week. I was 70% now and went down to 63. So not bad. Pretty good. I'm making people money. That's the most important thing. And if you want to make, hey, listen, you got any buddies who want to get on the action? Patreon.com/fantasyfootballjibberjabber. Get the picks. They can follow us around and play pool with us next time and watch how bad we are.
You're a safer pick than my financial advisor. I can promise you that. All right, enough of this.
Yeah.
I'm done. All right,
Soy el campeón.